What's going on, guys? I'm Alayton the Scent God, and this is Simply Put Scent. And on this channel, we talk about some of the best and worst fragrances on the market today. My goal, as always, is to help you smell amazing but never ordinary. And today, I have with me the most awesome guy in the store. This is the brand manager of Diptyque, Logan, at Bergdorf Goodman. Nice to see you, Logan.
Thank you, Alayton. I've been good. Thank you for having me today. I'm super excited to be here.
I am also, because today we're celebrating Orpheon. And we're going to be celebrating Orpheon at Bergdorf also, but we're going to talk about that a little later.
Yeah.
But I would love for you to introduce my audience to the world of Diptyque, and we're going to discuss Orpheon in a minute, but I'd like to get a quick little brief background on the brand, if you will.
This is a brand that was founded in 1961 by three best friends. And these three best friends, they met at different points in life, but they shared a common vision. They had a passion for the arts. They started with textiles and ornaments. They opened up shop in the Jazz District in Saint-Germain Boulevard back in 1961. And through their pioneering spirit, in 1963, they created the first scented candle. You know, candles had existed, but nothing with fragrance. And then a few years later, in '68, they launched the first gender-neutral perfume, right? Because the three founders, it was Desmond Eves and then the lovely lady Christiane. So they wanted to be able to share that feeling of wearing perfume and to celebrate everyone who walked into the boutique. So, you know, one of the key factors as to what makes Diptyque unique and special is the attention to detail, the connection to artistry. You know, they traveled the world in a time that it was by steamship, and they immersed themselves in culture, and their connection to nature is unmatched.
Well, that's what I notice about Diptyque perfumes, generally speaking. They literally smell like landscapes or like places in nature. They're very, very... I like to almost describe them as like the best place to get a floral scent.
Yeah.
If you want a floral fragrance done perfectly, I feel like Diptyque has your back.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, our connection to nature is unmatched. Those ingredients, if we make a fragrance, which in '96 we created Filosicos. Could be 94, could be 96. Don't quote me on that. I'll get back to you. But we created the first fig-based perfume, and if you look at, you know, the story and the history behind it, they loved to vacation in Greece, and they came across fig fields, and you know, the smell of a true fig you're going to get in our perfume. And so many people from the region that lived in the Mediterranean, when they smell that fragrance, they connect to it immediately. They're like, oh my God, this reminds me of my childhood.
Yeah. And overall, I feel like that's kind of like the vibe with Diptyque in general. Like, you guys are way ahead of the trends before they become trends. Like, even with Fleur de Peau.
Yeah.
Like, that's like one of the first skin scent fragrances ever made, if not the first skin scent fragrance ever made. And now that's become like a trend that every brand wants to create. You know, and it all started with Diptyque, you know. So Diptyque is always on the cutting edge.
Yes.
And I really want to get into Orpheon. So please give us some background on Orpheon.
Well, Orpheon is a celebration of a jazz club in the 1960s where our founders would go to listen to jazz melodies, have a gin and tonic, come up with artistic ideas. It was literally right next to the boutique. And we wanted to capture a beautiful, that beautiful memory, right? So I want you to envision yourself walking into this jazz club in Paris, the fashion, the smells, the music. We captured the burnished wood from the bar with cedar wood. The gin and tonics that were being had, we captured it with juniper. So there's this freshness with a little touch of spice. There's also the tonka bean element to the perfume, which kind of resembles the tobacco curls. You know, imagine rolling up your tobacco to smoke your cigars.
Wow.
And then jasmine is the key floral note in this fragrance, which is very reminiscent of the perfumes being worn around this time. So imagine all of those aromas mixed in. This is what Orpheon is. And it is our global top seller currently at Diptyque. So we are celebrating it at Diptyque. We're celebrating it here in Bergdorf Goodman.
Well, I can understand why it's a top seller globally, but I'm curious, why do you feel like it's a top seller overall in your in your brand?
Well, I think that the fragrance has a great appeal. I mean, there's something that you can connect to. There's an ephemeral connection with this fragrance, right? You have something fresh, you have something warm, it's inviting.
That's a fact.
So, you know, mostly all ages, all genders can wear this perfume. I've experienced it at counter where clients just fall in love. And Diptyque makes something truly special. Not only are you getting a beautiful perfume, but you're getting a work of art.
That's a very interesting. Well, I could definitely see. I could definitely see why it would appeal to all people. Like I could see men, women, all ages, all genders. I could see, you know, it doesn't really matter what time you use it in the year. It could be your summer scent. It could be your fall, spring scent. You could wear this even in the winter. You know, you could wear it day or evening. It's almost like almost like a wild card fragrance.
Yeah. You know, it's a connection to feeling. Somebody's day could be someone's evening. Someone's evening can be someone's day. And so we want you to fall in love with it. We want you to wear it. We want you to create your own memories with this fragrance, and also use your imagination. That is what Diptyque's all about. So for me, I want to feel like I'm in a 60s jazz club. Why not? You know, dress for the occasion and live in that imagination. So yeah, this is a very beautiful fragrance.
So now we have limited editions that you're going to be offering to the public, and can you discuss that?
Of course. So in celebration of Orpheon, we have launched a limited edition bottle that is in the color of the original awning of the Orpheon Club in the 60s.
Wow.
We also used, Elaton, the font, the original font for the name of the jazz club, and we have it gilded in silver. And like all Diptyque fragrances, and true to the DNA of the brand, we connect it back to artistry. So in this bottle, and we will show you a little later when we do a close-up shot, you'll see the images of the three founders superimposed.
Wow.
Just showing their fun times in the jazz club and how they work together, and they, you know, we're experiencing that atmosphere.
That's really interesting. You know, something I really, really want to point out, guys, something that I really didn't even pay attention to for many, many years, even though I owned a lot of Diptyque perfumes, there's something for the front and there's something in the back for you to pay attention to. It's like the stories on the other side of the bottles. What do they tell, Logan? I'm curious.
Well, our name, Diptyque, comes from the original word diptych. So if we take two images that tell a story or that complement each other, that's a diptych. So in the front, you're getting one layer of art, and in the back, you're getting another layer of art. So you're able to connect them. And this is where we come in, right? To share that story, to take you to these imaginary places so that you can live in them and you can feel what our original founders wanted you to feel.
One of the things I also really love about Diptyque, just generally speaking, the price point of your fragrances. In my opinion, Diptyque makes some of the most amazing fragrances for the price point that they're available at. And I'm blown away by that, because this brand could easily have like $300, $350 price point on the eau de parfums and eau de toilettes with no issue, and it would make sense. But it's interesting and awesome that Diptyque makes perfumes that are accessible, but still very, very elevated at the same time. And every fragrance from Diptyque smells like a Diptyque scent.
Yes.
You know, it's like a family of perfume. And I think that's very unique. And that's one of the reasons that I love Diptyque, because I feel like when you wear Diptyque fragrance, it's almost like they're related.
Yes.
You know?
I have to say that the attention to detail is uncompromised. The quality and the craftsmanship of our bottles, of our fragrances, our connection to nature, again, is unmatched.
And what's the price briefly?
Yeah, so if we break this down, this limited edition bottle is a 75 ml for $240. It's the price of the original bottle. So you are getting a beautiful work of art. That's a collector's edition. And on top of that, at Diptyque, we are moving the needle with sustainability. So Orpheon is one of the fragrances that you can get refilled. So if you were to invest in this bottle, you can use it, and then you can stop by any of our boutiques to get it refilled.
That's awesome.
Another limited edition piece that we have is a travel pocket size 30 ml that retails for $105. We've never launched this travel size for Orpheon, so this is something that, you know, someone who would like to get to know the fragrance, or that likes to travel or likes to invest in a smaller size, this is a great option for them. And it comes with the original black and white artistry. And then, of course, going back to what started the brand in terms of our home fragrance, our candle collection. So I know I was able to share with you about the juniper and the narguilé candle, of the Jean Ravier, and excuse my French pronunciation, but it's our juniper and our hookah candle. But
It's so good.
They're good, right? What was your experience burning them?
I love them.
Yeah.
So they filled up every space that I had them in.
Yeah.
And I could smell them throughout the entire home. I found them, you know, I live in an apartment, guys, so I felt like they were just awesome. I love the fact that they just filled the space. Even the cold throw was pretty cool. Like, you don't even need to light them for them to give a nice little vibe to your space. I really enjoyed them.
I'm glad you did. And what we wanted to capture with those two candles, we do candle pairings at Diptyque. So being that they're singular in nature, we have the hookah, which is a honey tobacco with spices. Then we have the juniper, which is very aromatic and fresh, with a little bit of spice as well. And so when you pair them and you burn them together, we're capturing the atmosphere of a 1960s jazz club. And you think about your spaces, you think about, again, the imagination, setting the mood for yourself, for your guests, for an occasion. By burning those two candles together, you're creating character and personality for your space. And this is a limited edition set in a 70-gram size for $92.
Oh, nice. That's for the candles.
That's for the candle sets,
Wow. That's pretty awesome. Guys, I will be sharing with you I'm going to edit this video as well, and I'm going to share with you B-roll of all of these options that you will be able to purchase here at Bergdorf's. And when are we celebrating this?
So, in addition to the launch of Orpheon and the limited edition collection, we are celebrating at Bergdorf Goodman exclusively Orpheon itself on February 27th from 5 to 6:30 p.m. We are turning the Diptyque counter into a mini jazz club. We'll have jazz music. We're going to have cocktails, mocktails. We're going to have a 34 lucky dice game. So if you roll the dice and you get the lucky 34, there will be an exclusive prize. And we would love to celebrate and have you experience the fragrance firsthand. So if you have any questions, if you'd like to make any reservations, please reach out to Elaton and we will partner together to have you there.
I appreciate you all. Thank you so much, guys, for joining this video. I'm curious what everyone has been saying. So how you doing? Cheryl, good to see you. Thank you so much, Brian. Thank you so much, Montrese, for coming through. Alicia, thank you so much. Carson and Sentimental. It was all, I'm really, really appreciating you all for joining this live where we talked about Diptyque and the awesome fragrance Orpheon. I'm wearing it today. I've been wearing it all day and this morning, and I've already received a positive reaction on the train on the way to the store, and I just really enjoy it. It's one of my favorite fragrances at Diptyque, along with, as you might already know, Fleur de Peau is no joke for me. So very, very amazing brand. And I would love for you all, if you are in New York, to come by and check out that event on February 27th at 5:30 to 7 o'clock.
5 to 6:30.
5 to 6:30, almost, you know?
We almost got it.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining. We're about to go downstairs and make some money for the store. So hope you're all well, and look forward to seeing you all this week.
Thank you for having me, Elaton.
Oh, it's my
nice to meet
pleasure.
you, friends.
Have a blessed one, and I know you're going to do well today.
Thank you.
Take care, guys. It was a pleasure. I'm Elaton the Sin God, and this is Simply Put Sense. I'll speak to you all. Have a beautiful day, guys. Peace.